want to bless us with some goodness of his music. So let's take a listen and watch him do his thing before we get into the conversation.
A bit of some chips and ketchup this morning, and not the way you usually know it, but just with a bit of a twist. That's amazing, Joseph.
Thank you.
So how long have you been playing the saxophone?
4 years to be specific.
Only
4 years. I started in 2014 after my university. Yeah.
So it's something you always wanted to do?
I was caught up.
How?
Like after university, you want to get employed. I actually got employed somewhere for like 2 months and resigned. But I started doing this at church, and it started paying off. I decided to focus on.
So what did you study?
I did development studies, degree in development studies. It is much like social work, but more on improving people's lives, specifically to improve people's lives. But I wanted music more.
And here you are doing it.
Yes.
And one would wonder, how much are you earning from this?
It's hard to specify. I can't say that. Right?
But it's making you, it's putting rent, food on the table?
Rent, food, and some other things.
okay, all right.
Yes.
4 years in, and somehow you've grown to love what you do every single day.
Yes.
So if you're given an opportunity to go back to doing something that you started in, would you take that opportunity?
I would ask whoever is telling me to do that to go and do a degree in music.
So you're in music forever.
Yeah, this is what I wanted initially.
So if someone wants to catch up with you this particular weekend or any other day in the week, where can they find you?
Every Sunday I play at Josepb Beach. Josepb Beach. It's my weekly gig. My weekly concert. Okay, I work on Friday, Saturday, but those are random. But weekly gig constant at Josepb Beach with score 27. But something not to miss out on Easter Monday. I also do classical music. Okay. Most people, when they look at a saxophone, they think of jazz band music. I do classical, like sight reading. So Easter Monday, I will be playing with some choir at Colin Hotel, Little Angels Choir in Mukono. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so we know what you do on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But what is your week like besides that?
Early in the morning, every day at 9 a.m. practice up to midday. Up to midday. I have to practice every day.
So you don't just wake up and here you are with all the talent?
No. I practice every day. Like I have a schedule. I have to do mouthpiece practice, just this. I have to do breathing exercises like a singer. I have to practice my techniques like fingering.
Right.
So it takes, like, skill does not magically come to you. You have to work your way.
Right.
Up there.
You have to put in work.
Yeah, you have to put in time.
So would you today tell us confidently, or tell someone who is watching us this morning, that music can pay?
I won't say music can pay. I will say music pays.
Music pays.
Music pays.
Can pay is like, does it really pay?
So music pays.
Music pays.
So you'd advise someone to just follow their passion in music.
I've just done this for 4 years.
Right.
And I practice daily. I feel I'm not where I want to be. I keep on practicing. I can look after myself.
Brilliant.
And some other people.
Right.
So what is the reason of saying music can pay? I will say music pays.
It pays.
Music
So
pays.
go into it, but also develop your skill. Don't get comfortable.
No, there is no like I've got it into myself. I know I'm going to be doing this. I have to practice every day, even for the coming 10 years. I don't see myself over time when I've learned. I don't think there is going to be a time when I'm like, I learned. I'm not going to practice. That time is not there.
Okay, we have a trend of, you know, musicians or just in any career whereby you get to a point whereby you feel like I have to start giving back. So are you giving back in any way? Are you training, you know, beginners in the same space?
That would go back to a place where I learned. My mom works in an organization called Training of Roymen in Uganda, it's an NGO in Wachiso. That's where I learned saxophone. And they have a brass band right now. I train brass band. That's it. Now, you might wonder, the organization is called Training of Women. What about the brass band?
Right.
It's like the women had children and these kids were doing nothing. So in my way of giving back, I train that brass band of the youths from Chikajo, to be specific. I also train a church choir in Mutundwe. Yeah.
And all this is free of charge,
Free
just giving
of
back.
charge.
So someone watching us today who wants to maybe jump onto the training as well, they can feel free to come up.
If they're in the brass band and they're in the church choir, it's called Josepb Ministries.
So there's a caveat to that.
So you have to be a part of this part of the band to be able to.
But I also have some friends that I teach like personal basis.
All right.
Those that I don't charge. It depends on the way you come.
Oh, okay.
Of course
Depends on the way you come.
So you can come as a friend and maybe he'll be able to help you and teach you a few skills. But one thing that for someone who's looking at the saxophone right now and saying it looks nice and it sounds all amazing, with every career there could be something.
Yes.
What's that one thing they need to know about the saxophone in case they would want to start playing it?
Most of the new ones, the glittering ones, are not the good ones. Sometimes it takes someone who has experience to tell you that this is a good machine. You might expect, you might ask me why do you have this? It has crashes. I bought this one 2M last year, but it's good. It sounds good. You might go and look for a brand new thing from the shop, and it is not sounding good. And okay, you also have to work upon your tone. But I would say for anyone who wants to rush to the shop to buy a saxophone, you need to make some research.
All right.
Don't just do it.
Don't just do it.
Old is gold. All right. I have
Yeah, the
a
request.
special request.
We could see the request coming from a famala.
Can you play for me, Matala?
I can do that.
By
chorus.
Winnie Noji? All right. Yay. Interesting.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Trita.
Well, that turns out that has been our reality on the ground this morning. And as we step out of reality on the ground, you need to know that when we return, we're going to be getting close and with Nasur Mpaji. He is an artist. You might have seen him on Reality on the Ground earlier on this week. We'll be getting into that when we return, but for now we're going to take a short breather, take in all that Joseph has told us, and also to simply say thank you, and maybe my request just might be played off air. Just might be. Joseph, please say yes. Please say yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let me take in my request. We'll be returning in a bit.